Welcome. This is going to be a quick look at how to get started using VS Code or Visual Studio Code, which is a simple editor in which you can write your code. It's a free open source application. This is going to be just a general overview of how the interface works. So if you don't have it downloaded to your computer, you can go to code.visualstudio.com/download and choose the appropriate version for your desktop, Windows, Mac. Hit download, follow the instructions, and when you get to set up additional tasks, it is recommended that you have all those tasks marked. That will help fully integrate VS Code into your operating system. You may not have that option on Mac OS. I'm not sure. I'm doing mine through Windows. So when you get it all downloaded, if you'll go ahead and open your VS Code, we're going to come to this welcome page. So you're going to see here there's a start. You can open a new file, or you can open folders that you've previously worked on, or clone repositories. This gives you a recent list of what you've been working on. There's help tabs here, introductory videos, tips and tricks. Those are always good to go through to get a better understanding of the VS Code and how it works. We can also customize what your preferences are for VS Code. There's tools and languages such as JavaScript, Python, Java, PHP, and more. There's settings and key bindings here that you can go through. Color themes, that's how you want your color to look on your VS Code, so you can change any of that. There's a learn section for find and run all commands, interface overview, and interactive playground. These are all great informational tips and tricks for you guys on how the Visual Studio Code actually works. Today we're just going to do the general, so we're going to be working with this left side here, and this is called your sidebar. So the top one here, we're going to go through what they do. This is your Explorer, and this is where your project files and directions are going to be stored once you've opened a project folder. So when you click on it, I'm going to get off the welcome page. When you click on it, this is where your files and folders are going to be in here that you're working on. So next we have search, and this allows you to search within your project files. There is a find and replace functionality here. You can search and replace within your files. Then the next one is source control. This is where you would integrate Git into your code. Now, Git is a distributed version control system for tracking changes in any set of files. So we're not going to go over that today, but that's where you would start. This is where your Git changes and things are going to pop up here that you need to have a look at. So then we have run and debug. And we're not going to talk a lot about this here in this tutorial either, but VS Code has great debugging capabilities. They display variables in there, call stacks, breakpoints. All that's going to be found here in this tab. So the next tab down is going to be Remote Explorer. And this allows you to both open a new empty window on the remote host or directly open a folder you previously have opened here in the Remote Explorer. The last one is extensions. In extensions, this helps VS Code just fine tune what it is that you're working on. So in the extensions, you can find programming languages, debuggers, to formatters, and themes. All those are going to be found here in your extensions. And those are some of the ones I have installed. So the last thing we're going to do real quick is we're going to actually, I'm going to hit File, I'm going to hit Open Folder here, and I'm just going to pick this project one that I've opened or created for this video. And then we're going to go to the Explorer, and we're going to create files within that folder. So index.html, great one to start with, and hit enter. And then it gives you, this is going to be your page that you're going to code off of. I can show you that here. So this is I would use HTML here, or any language that you're going to use in your code. And then this is just the boilerplate for the HTML. The dot here indicates that you have changes that haven't been saved yet. So when you save those, that goes away. Another file that you're probably going to need in your code is going to be styles.css. So then it shows up here. As you work along through your files and in the folders, it's just going to continually pop up here what you're working on. If you don't want them up here and it gets kind of congested, you can always exit off and then they don't appear up here anymore. And then you can go in here, create a new folder. Or if you want it to be a file, however you want it to show in your, I just did it as a folder, but this is where you would drag and drop your images. They would show up in here, and then that you would incorporate those into your code. So this is just a quick general overview of how to get started on this, so I hope it was helpful. I just want to show you quickly this view up here. There's a command palette, and there's tons of information here that you can go through. And look up things and learn better how the VS Code works and help it work better for you. So again, we went into view and command palette, and then it gives you all this big list of information here that it's a good thing to go over several times, just to look at it and have it in the back of your mind. So thank you for watching, and we will go over some of the Git and GitHub information in other videos, but this was just the general overview of how to get started with the VS Code. So thank you.